You know, and that's crazy and stuff, because when I heard my melody, I was in Greece, and this DJ played it, and I was like,
No, but
I was drinking, you know, a little bit, but I heard it, and I was like, what is this I just heard?
But this man here, sitting next to me, they created that in his house.
Yeah, I could tell you the story. It's very basic,
Tell it,
very
man.
simple.
Tell it.
We got a little time. We got a little time. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm asleep. There's a knock at my door. It's in the morning. I open my window. It's Rakim standing out there. Act, you gotta let me in. I'm like, man, he's cutting school. I'm like, what are you doing? Yo, Act, you gotta let me in. I'm like, this dude. I go, let him in. And I remember this like yesterday. He said, Act, I got this melody in my head, man. I gotta get it out. I related to that because I know how it is, the music, the thoughts, patterns, and you know what I'm saying? You got to get it out. Like, music is not just what you think is music. It's like therapy, man. It's everything, man. And I understood that, so I let him in, and he whistled this melody, the melody. Boom, 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 boom. He said, can you play that? Like, of course I could. His brother taught me. So I'm like, of course I can play that. So we made a beat. I said, is this it? I played it. He said, yeah, that's it. I recorded Knowledge. There was no 4-track recorders back then. So I recorded it on a cassette tape, the beat and the melody. Then we rewound the cassette tape, played it back through the mixer, and recorded it on another cassette tape with me scratching and him rhyming on it. So it was like an overdub. And that's the beginning of my melody, and that's the beginning of his whole career right there. He took that tape, and from that point on, he went on and became the God MC that everyone knows and loves.
It's a crazy thing. After y'all did it there, and then he took it to Nate's house.
Right.
Because Nate had a 4-track that my father sold him.
Oh, isn't that something?
Uh-oh.
You understand? My father sold Nate his first keyboard and 4-track dough-quarter. 4-track. I Pops made plenty of hits off it.
Uh-huh.
Took it and went there, and then from there it went to the Marley or whoever else mixed it down.
Right.
And they did what they did.
Right.
But you see how everything is connected.
That's right.
It's like it's such a web. Like it's like we was all in a web doing this, and we just coming together. It was just
the music. It's a fabric.
It was something to see. It was just like I posted a picture on Facebook, right, not too long ago, with Rakim sitting in the back, sitting with a baritone sax in his mouth.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Right there.
Yeah, I stole that picture.
Yeah. It's the science behind that is Ra was still a kid when Eric B. for President came out. He was a kid. He wasn't no grown man. He was
right.
He was a man child.
Yeah, he looked like a man.
He looked like a man. That's why we call him Pop. We call him Pop. Pop Griffin.
Right, I remember that.
Pop. That's Pop. But he was so like the stuff that bro, I could tell you go on and on about Rakim. And a lot of people just say, okay, well, this one's the best, that one's the best. I always say, bro, Rakim changed the face of all of hip-hop. Because my famous line, and I say it all the time, y'all was doing Bob did it dog, the dang-a-dang dang-a-bang, bang, bang. And Rakim was going, I came in the door, said it before.
Never let the mic magnetize me no more.
Did y'all hear any bang did it dang the diggity ding ding in there? It was straight. He is the godfather of underground hip hop. He's the godfather of what we hear as lyricists. Like he's the godfather of the lyricists. Period. Because if it wasn't for Rakim, it wouldn't be no Nas. It wouldn't be no Biggie. There wouldn't be no Tupac.
Tell them about it.
Nobody. Because they had to listen to that first album. Because everybody, when they first heard him, everybody was in the moon. It was like, what the hell is this? Where does he come from? But we was sitting back going like this. You remember when he said that in our basement?
Exactly. No competition.
The whole album.
Yo, Belal, competition is none. I remain at the top like the sun. I burn whoever come in the chambers of torture. I court you. You should have bought your whole neighborhood to support you. No one in my path could withstand. Under pressure, the wrath of the swift man. You name the date, the grounds could be neutral. You speak the peace, your feeling is mutual. We can go topic from topic whenever I drop it. Shit, try and stop it. In other words, what the brother heard, he tried to catch it. But what occurred? Too much weight from one brain to take time to concentrate, maintain, and elevate. From gram to ounce to pound to pound. No matter weight, can't hold my mind down. Permanent damage, I do away with, no time for fun. Because I don't play with competitors. It's only one when I'm done. Competition is none.
Now,
Damn.
you want to know how he remembered that? Tell him how you remember that.
Because Rod did that before anyone knew who he was. You see? This was a regular thing for us. It was an exciting thing for everyone else.
And you know, it's funny. When he came on the school bus and brought us the record, he's like, yo, I got the records. And we sitting there going, for real?
Yeah.
I put it on the turntable, and when I heard my melody, and I just literally started, no lie, I started crying.
And there it is.
Cause I was like, yo, he just made a record with all the stuff, and then you know how crazy he was.
Yeah.
He said, yo, Belal, yo,
doing that to me.
He said, yo, Belal, this is raw, yo, Belal. I know where you know where I got the FB for president at, but just don't tell nobody it's over like a fat rat, you know.
Wow.
Don't say that loud. And he, you know what I'm saying? It's just all the routines that Ra was doing, we heard in the park.
Yeah, definitely.
Wide Inch Park. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, let me say this. Rod, one time, this is all after the fame and all of that. Me and Rod was talking, and he said, after every party I did, I used to play this record, and at the end of the record, it would say, who's the man with the master plan? And the whole crowd would say, Maniac, right? This is so long ago that it's in the back of my memory. Rob brings it up. And he said to me, yeah, that's the first time I ever seen that happen. Like, how could he move the crowd like that? And when he said that, it kind of told me where he got the idea, move the crowd. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not realizing that I'm playing a part in something way bigger than myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, from my understanding, there's a lot of brothers that played a lot.
Absolutely.
In nurturing him and, giving him that avenue to get everything that was in his head out and stuff. So from my understanding, from when we was talking, like, I think he was in everybody's crew at one time or another.
Yeah, because it's like I was telling Ack on the train, it's like his rounds was Ack's house, then he'd go to Snake's house, which is on 26th Street. Then he'd go to my house, that I lived down the street. Then he'd go back over here. It was like a triangle. He would wake him up, go to Snake's, and then wake me up to practice. Because I didn't have no recorders, so we would just practice. And then he would go to Fred's house, because over there, with Scully and them, and they would be everybody was hanging out together. It was like we was all like crew. It was just like, if Rock came to your party, you was blessed.
Yeah, one of the major influences of Rakim is Stevie Blast, man, his brother.
Yeah.
This dude, man. We go way, way back. We was in school together. And Blast was the saxophone dude, right? And I remember going on a cruise, on a boat, and DJ Pleasure was playing upstairs, and Stevie Blast and his band was playing downstairs. It was just on a boat. You go downstairs, you hit jazz. You go upstairs, it's Pleasure. And because of Blast and Ron, who I learned later, I met Ron later on, and Ron influenced Blast, on the keyboard. And all these guys was in bands, and they were musicians, man. They was way beyond my understanding, but I realized when I look back in hindsight now, I was the only DJ. You see, my turntable was in Rakim's house when Rakim was 11 years old. Me and Blast go to the store to go get a beer. We come back, and my turntable's spinning. I'm like, Blast, who's messing with my turntable? He's like, no, you must have left that on. I'm like, Blast, I don't leave my turntable on. We hear some shuffling. We look, it's a little Raw, a little Pop. We trying to catch him and he runs up the steps. And then look, at this time, I ain't never seen his face. It was just a little dude who ran up the steps. I was like, get him! We couldn't catch him. You know what I mean? But it's really like, funny when you replay it back and you see the different elements that play a part in something greater than yourself, man.